Minecraft Dungeons represents Microsoft's first desperate attempt to squeeze more dosh out of a franchise which they bought for too much money, which has been going for well over 10 years. But the game is mildly good. Don't get me wrong, the game has some bad aspects, and of course Microsoft did Microsoft and are still trying to shake money out of their player base who's already bought the base game and most, if not all, of the DLCs. The money-grubbing buggers. But anyway, I digress. The core plot of the game is a very cliched plot with the generic, small, clinically depressed man finds object of immense power lying around and then becomes an all-powerful, all-seeing villain instead of seeking therapy. And then it's up to you, the party of 4 diverse youths according to the cutscenes, but in reality is just another single, lonely gamer who doesn't give a crap about lore and just wants to get on with the stabby-stabby. The controls are decent, but the gameplay is far nicer with a controller than a mouse and keyboard, so if you have the option, always go with a controller. You have no control over the camera angle or height, so when you walk into that illager's basement, your camera will zoom in so close you can see the beads of sweat on your angular forehead. Or when you walk into that big open boss arena, you will suddenly be looking down at the battlefield from the International Space Station through a pair of binoculars that are turned the wrong way round. The gameplay plays like most third-person dungeon crawlers with the generic thing over there, stab thing till it dies, or till its much larger buddy comes over and biffs you into orbit style of play. That said, the range of enemies are a very nice spin on what the base Minecraft offers. You have all the base enemies like the skeleton, the zombie, and of course, the creeper. But beyond those staples of the original game, you have some nice unique things like the redstone golem, a big stompy boy with anger issues, or most of the Enderman variants from the Echoing Void DLC. Speaking of DLCs, there are 6, with the final one, the aforementioned Echoing Void DLC, bringing the cliffhanger ending of the rather small base game to a nice close. You don't have to get the DLCs, but if you like the idea of the base game, I suggest you get the Ultimate Edition of the game. It gets you all the DLCs for a much lower price than buying them later, and you can infuriate anyone who bought the game and the DLCs when they first came out, because they paid a lot more money than you will. I give this game 3 stars. This about brings our review to a close. If you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe. If you hated it, shut up and go away.